Welcome to Copenhagen Open, the very first Euro Pro Tour event. We are in Valbyparken in Copenhagen on a sunny day, and
tour in Europe, and then we made some pre-work, just find out finances, media coverages, which are the best tournaments in Europe. And slowly,
yes. And so this the Copenhagen Open is the first event of this series. How many tournaments in total can we expect?
There will be 5 EPT events plus 1 All-Star event in Spain in November. Plus then we have the other tour, EPTX, which is 8 events.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any questions? So what do you, see, this is the first time we're doing this for all of us, so it's of course there's a little bit of nerves here in the studio as well. We see the weather is very nice here, and the players have been out. Most of the players have been out practicing. Do you have any expectations regarding any specific players here, or scores, or anything like that?
I think this beautiful Valbyparken will definitely be the good season opener event, because we just arrived from Finland. There was snow still on the ground. Now we are playing here with 20 degrees and with our t-shirts on. This will be the best possible start for the season.
Yeah. Do you have any personal favorites regarding the players?
I don't think if I can say, because I'm kind of official here. Of course, the Danish local heroes are hard to beat here on their home course, but there are a lot of Finns, Swedes, which can take the lead.
Okay. Okay, but thank you very much, Mikko, and maybe we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks.
And next up in the interview series here is Sinus Frank, the local tournament director. In 7 minutes. So come back in 7 minutes and hear what Sinus has to say. Welcome back to Valbyparken, Copenhagen Open, the first Euro Pro Tour event of this season. And in the studio now, in the hot seat, we have Tournament Director Sinus Frank. Welcome, Sinus.
Thank you.
Sinus, how long has this event been? How long have this event been in the planning?
Well, it's been in the planning for just about half a year actually, because we were actually the first on the tour here, and we were asked by the EPT team to be the first tour, and they had to plan their tour first. So it was only a half a year ago we actually found out that we were going to have this tournament. So because this tour is new, so they had to plan everything in advance. So we haven't had really much time, but time enough to plan everything. So that's fine.
So the club here in Copenhagen, I mean, I'm biased because I have local knowledge. I know the club is pretty big. How many volunteers do you have running for this event?
I think we have about 50 volunteers overall, 50 unique persons, about 25 a day is on duty for the tournament. They are spotters, also doing some scoring for the lead cards. We have an announcer. We have also someone who's taking care of the spotters, bringing them food and stuff like that. And then we have, of course, everything around the tents that has been put up today. And we also have them during the tournament. Of course, we need stuff inside the tents, set them up, take them down again in the evening so they don't get stolen. We have put up the course for some days as well. So it's a really big staff actually.
And Copenhagen Open is not a new tournament, for those who know. Can you tell us a little bit about the history behind Copenhagen Open?
Yeah, I can do that. It started a few years after we did the course here, actually. The course is now 18 years old. It is from 2004. And then we did a few Danish championships for the first 2 years, just to test if the course was great enough and mature enough to have these kind of championships. And then already in 2006, we did the first kind of Copenhagen Open. It was mostly Swedes back then who played, and they came here, and it was not a Euro Tour as such, but it was just an international tournament. And then we almost did it every year since then until 2017 in various formats. Of course, our shine was in 2013, where we actually got a major status. And we had all the big players from the States here. Paul Macbeth won back then. And the good thing about it is that we learn every year. The tournament is getting better and better, and some of the key persons are still behind the tournament as back then. So everything is running smoothly, and it's been a pleasure to be a tournament director for this tournament so many times. I think this year must be the 12th or 13th time we have the tournament.
Oh, that's excellent. And I know the course here has not all been smooth sailing regarding contact with the local authorities and stuff like that. How do you see, like, how is it right now, and how do you see this for the future? Is it going to be easier to arrange anything here?
Well, the thing is that as in many other countries, and back then, I mean, disc golf was just a game. Everybody saw it as a game, and you're just out playing and having fun. And I was told a few years after we did the course in 2004 that it was actually a mistake that we got the permit to put up these artificial iron stuff for the deer or whatever they thought it was. So that was really a mistake for their side. And then they had to, of course, keep maintaining it. In the beginning, we had fairways that were only 1.5 meters. So the grass was cutted like that. Those were our fairways. So, and then we only started with the 12 holes. We got the 18-hole course back in 2012, I think, which was, of course, a big victory for us. They could see the potential. The local authorities could see the potential. A lot of normal people could play this and have fun and be outside in the nature. And one of our biggest issues was actually the tees. A few years ago, there were just these big holes in the ground where the tees were, and already in, I think, 2010 or something, we tried to get the tee pads, but it was a clear no. That will never going to happen. Then in 12, anyway, actually we did manage to get a test tee pressed through some of the park people closest to us, and then there was someone higher up in the system said, you have to remove it, you cannot have these tees, which actually we thought we could. And then we were pushed a little back, but finally, after many years struggle, last year we got permanent tee pads on all 18 holes, both from the white and the yellow tees, which is really good. And it seems like the local authorities and other really now see the potential in the sport. Things are growing. During Corona, they can see that it's used as a sports area, and it's used very much, the course, and you can see it on the UDisc stats. Valbyparken is the second most played course in the world on the UDisc stats for 2020 and 2021. So everything is getting better, and I think we are on a way to be a sport really, than more than just playing a kind of things that people play for fun.
Awesome. Let's get back to the Euro Pro Tour event.
Yeah.
It's really nice to hear the history of the course, and that things are getting better, of course. So for this event, we have like 86 players?
83 players.
83 players.
Yeah.
And of course, we have some of the best players in Denmark attending, and some really good Finnish players. Do you have any personal favorites among
Of course, KJ is always a favorite in Valbyparken. It is one of his 2 home courses, 3 home courses maybe. He has been a big part of doing the course back then as well, and he plays here a lot. Has won several tournaments out here. So even though he is an MP40 player normally, he can still be good, and I think he's still the highest rated player as well in the tournament. So I think he will have a very big chance. Of other players in Denmark, for example, we have the Danish champion Christian Splid, also played the course sometimes, and when he's playing sharp, he can be good. And then we have the new talent. He's been playing for some years now, but Hjalte, which just been to the States and did a very good tournament back there, is also one of the favorites actually in Denmark. And then we have, of course, a lot of Finns. I think we have 8 or 10 Finns in the open field, which is above 1,000 rating. So, and they are always very dangerous. And we know also Finns below that rating that really plays well. So I think we can also get maybe some surprises here. And in the women field, of course, it is primarily Rachel Turton, who is the highest rated player, as well as Heidi Laine from Finland. Those are the...
Okay, thank you. And speaking of Rachel, she's the next one here.
Oh.
But thank you to you, Sinus, and hope you have a good weekend out here.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
Yes, studio sai loppua melkein. Rachel Turton seuraava.
Very good. Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Rachel Turton.
Turton, yeah.
Turton.
Yeah, that's perfect. Turton.
I will have to speak with the And welcome back to Valbyparken Copenhagen Open, and in the studio now we have Rachel Turton from the UK, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, it's nice to be here.
Have you been to Denmark before?
I have been to Denmark a couple of times, yeah. I've been to Copenhagen before as well, not for a few years, so yeah, I'm excited to be back. It's really good to be out on a course here.
The important question, have you played disc golf here before?
No, definitely not. This is only my second foray outside of the UK to play disc golf, so I'm really excited to be here.
And just for people who don't know you, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know you, how long have you been playing disc golf?
Coming up to nearly 2 years now. Yeah, I've played like 1 full year and a short season in my first year, but it was a great taste, and I'm just super excited that tournaments are opening back up and we can travel and get out more, and yeah, it's fantastic.
Awesome. So this whole concept of a Euro Pro Tour, I mean, for us oldies in the game, we kind of know the preface before, you know, all the other Euro Tours. What does this mean to you, like the Euro Pro Tour? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's just a fantastic stage to be able to compete on, really. I've only really played in the UK so far until I played Europeans last year, which was fantastic, and that's the level that I want to be playing at. You know, I want to be playing against the best players in Europe and really challenging myself. So it's fantastic to be here. Yeah, this is my first European Pro Tour event. I'm extremely excited to be here, and I hope that this is one of the first of many events that I'm here for.
And do you plan to play any of the other planned events for this?
Yeah, Tinny and Sula definitely, and hopefully some more in the later on in the season.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So have you had time to practice here?
I played 1 and a bit rounds now. I could only take a few days off work, so today was my main practice day. But the course looks fantastic. The weather's been absolutely beautiful, and I'm excited to hit some lines tomorrow.
And can you elaborate? How did your practice round go?
Yeah, okay. I experimented with quite a lot of different shots and found the discs that I like throwing and work with the course. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. So not getting into scores, which is good. Just having fun. So for you, what's going to be the most 3 important factors of your game this weekend?
That's a good question. I've been focusing quite a lot on my putting recently. It's definitely an aspect of my game that I know that I can improve, and I'm excited to keep on improving. So putting for sure. Driving accurately, I guess. I'm a big power player and enjoy wide open fields with lots of space to be able to throw out. So I'm going to challenge myself this weekend a lot, definitely. Hitting lots of tight gaps on the fairways.
Okay, cool. Do you have, maybe this is a little bit of a loaded question since the FPO field is sadly only six players tall, but and there's a lot of new players in there, including yourself. What are your goals for this weekend? Where do you see yourself on the board?
Yeah, so for me it's always been about myself against the course, but I'm really excited to be playing with some different ladies to the ones that I get to play with in the UK, challenging myself against people who have different skills, have played for different amounts of time, and yeah, it'll be great to just meet new people from different countries and make some friends too. So I'll do as well as I can, and yeah, me against the course, as I say.
Yeah, and what score do you think will take the win this weekend?
I would say even would be a really good score for the women's field overall.
And yeah, I don't really have any other questions for you. This was quite fast, unfortunately. Maybe we do have another one. Do you have anything specific you want to say to your fans? You probably have some fans back in the UK.
Just thank you for all the support that everybody has given me. My first sponsors, Ace Disc Golf, are just absolutely fantastic and encouraged me and were super supportive and welcoming. They helped to get me into the sport and really progress me to the level that I'm at currently. Prodigy picked me up last year, which was incredible as well, to have the support of the brand behind me. That's been absolutely fantastic. So I'm really grateful to all the people who support me. All the fans back home, it's so cool to be here. Like, I'm really excited that I get to be on press coverage and you get to watch me. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and I just can't wait to play the course. Really excited.
Excellent. Thank you very much to Rachel Turton from the UK, and I'll see you out on the course at some point.
Definitely, yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ah,
Well,
This was 4 minutes.
I don't think I speak a lot really anyway. I'm quite a quiet person, but it was cool to be able to do this and hopefully. Okay, yes. And yeah, as somebody who is used to speaking and hearing English, yeah, but to other people, sorry if it was too fast. Hopefully it'll be okay for the viewers, but
This is a learning experience for me as well.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
Because I'm terrible at asking open questions. And welcome back to Copenhagen Open, Valbyparken in Denmark. And in the studio we have from Finland, Heidi Laine. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So is this your first time in Denmark?
Yes.
And so how do you find the course? Do you like the course?
Yes, course is very beautiful and challenging, and there is no snow here.
That's nice. So have you had time? You have had time to practice, yes?
Yes.
And how did your practice round go?
Sometimes good and sometimes not good. And today is my first time that I play summer wear, the summer shoes, summer clothes. So this is very difficult because in Finland is winter.
Still. What do you think about this new Euro Pro Tour event series? The concept of Euro Pro Tour.
This is good idea. I like.
Yeah. And will you be playing more events in this series, or?
Yes, I play Tyni and Estonia Open and Turku Open.
Oh, nice. So for you this weekend, what is going to be the most important aspects for you, for your personal game?
I throw in fairway and I putting in basket and have fun and enjoy.
Okay. Which score do you think is going to be good for the weekend? Like, which score will take the win in your division?
I don't know, very difficult.
Millaisella tuloksella voittaa?
Niin. In FPO, maybe a bit under par, maybe, I don't know.
It is difficult to say, of course.
Yes.
So, your last season ended in Heinola with a first Finnish Pro Tour win. And what are your personal expectations for the coming season?
I try play better than last year, and so I try. No, mä yritän pelata hyvin ja nostaa ratingia ja totta kai niin kuin haastaa sitä Suomen kärkeä.
Heidi told that she will try to play better and challenge the Finnish top players. Rise to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Do you have any personal, like, among your competitors here? Do you have any specific players that you are going to be looking out for, or will you be playing your own game?
Onko niinku tiukkoja haastajia, kenen peli seuraat, vai keskitytkö enemmän omaan?
Of course, Evelina and Henna is the players. I look always how, niin kuin kuinka he pelaavat.
Yeah. She's following Henna and Evelina as players and tries to beat them.
Yeah, and both are very good players. So nyt en tiedä. Eli niinku se, että niinku mä toivon, että ne pelaa hyvin ja pärjää.
Yeah. She hopes that they both will play good and success in the US. Ja miten täällä? Onko täällä niin? Kuka on pahin haastaja täällä?
Of course my sister. All players is good player.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Heidi, and I hope to see you later this weekend. And yeah, back to the studio.
Any word for the...
Oh, any words for your fans or your sponsors?
of course, thank you my sponsors Dynamic Disc and Free Pastore and Vivo Kauppa. Ja terveiset kaikille suomalaisille, kattokaa liveä.
Okay, thank you.
Kiitos.
Welcome back to Valbyparken in Copenhagen, Denmark. The first Euro Pro Tour event of the season, the first Euro Pro Tour event ever. And in the studio with us we have Camilla Kampen from Denmark. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Camilla, you are one of the new and bright and shining stars here in Denmark. I can say that because I'm a Dane myself. You've been playing disc golf for how long?
Just about 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. And last year you were at the European Championship for the very first time.
Yes, my first international tournament.
Yeah. And now you're here at the Euro Pro Tour event. How do you? What are your views on this event?
Well, first of all, I'm really excited. It's obviously a big tournament, and it can definitely be seen on the course. This is my home course, I guess, when I started playing disc golf, and obviously there's been changes to the layout, but I think in a good way, and it's become more challenging and more fun. So yeah, I'm just really excited, and I'm excited to play with some really good female players. And
so yeah, you just mentioned the course. You've been practicing. You went out. You had a practice round yesterday.
Yes.
And can you put some words into how that practice round went?
Well, I didn't really take score or anything, but I was just kind of getting a feel of where I need to, placement. And but yeah, I think the course is really challenging in a good way. It feels quite long compared to the standard layout, and I don't know if that's just because the holes feel quite new. But yeah, I think they've really utilized the area really well, and I mean it's a beautiful course.
And I know as well that, of course, you're probably tired of getting asked questions like these. But as a left-handed player, are there some holes that play more to your advantage, or?
Yes, I don't really think about it in that way. There's the hole 1 is a bit more challenging, I guess, that I need to think about how much I can turn over my disc and stuff, but I don't really think about it in that way. I don't mind doing Anheuser shots or flex shots, so yeah, I think there will be obviously some advantages and disadvantages, but I don't really think about it that much.
Okay. So for you personally, what are your the top 3 things you're going to be focusing on in your game this weekend? What are those?
Yeah, not to be too cheesy, but I think the most important thing for me is to have fun. It's really difficult to kind of remind yourself that it's meant to be fun. It's not that serious. Yeah, so that's, I guess, the main part is just trying to enjoy the fact that I'm playing at such a big event. And another thing is confidence, especially with my putting, which I always have quite difficulty during tournaments. I'd really like to commit. And yeah, I don't know, I think again confidence also in my drives and trying things that I think that I can do, and believing in myself that I can commit to the shot, I guess.
And for you, do you have any idea what score will be taking the win this weekend? I know it's a little hard.
Ooh, I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. I didn't take score myself yesterday, so it's hard to tell. I don't. For myself, I'm not really focused on that. But I guess it will be quite difficult to beat some of the other women.
Let's see about that. So, this is the first Euro Pro Tour event of this series. Are you playing any other of the tournaments?
Not of the Euro Pro Tour events. This is the only one, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which other events are you going to be playing this year?
I'm playing the Heatland Open and Sula.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything now at the end of the interview, do you have anything you want to say to your fans or sponsors?
Yeah, I would like to thank Latitude 64. They're my sponsors. I get some amazing discs, and it's fun to be a part of the team. And also to Frisbee Sport, who also sponsor me. It's nice to know that people believe in me.
Okay, thank you, Camilla.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a few minutes' time with the next. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Copenhagen in Valbyparken, the first European Pro Tour event of the year and the season and ever. And in the studio we have Joonas Aalto. Welcome.
Yes, thanks.
I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Yes.
So, is this your first time in Denmark?
Yes, first time.
First time ever. And how do you like the course?
I like course very much. It's beautiful and couple of easy holes and very hard holes.
And your practice round, you've already had time to practice, I guess.
Yes, I have played 3 practice rounds.
And how do you, have you done any scores? How did the practice round go?
I did 1 score round and I did it 6 under.
6 under,
yes.
Oh. Very good. And what do you think the winning score for the weekend will be?
I think have to do maybe 10 under per round. So 30 under per hole.
All right. So this European Pro Tour concept is brand new. And what are your thoughts on this concept?
I like this concept. I like to travel to ulkomaille and like competition very much, so it's very nice.
And will you be playing other European Pro Tour events?
Yes, I have planned to play all.
All of them?
Yes.
Awesome. Then we'll see you later next time. Maybe with better questions as well.
Maybe.
What are your personal goals for this weekend?
My goal is to win, of course.
Of course. I had another question here. So for you personally, what are your top 3 things you're going to be focusing on in your game?
Hitting 2 caps and make putts. I don't have any more goals.
Which is fair. And at the end here, do you have anything you want to say to your fans or your supporters?
Yes, I have to. I'd like to thank my sponsors Prodigy, Intersport Skansi and Fore.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Joonas, and back to the studio.
Yes, thanks.
Welcome back to Copenhagen, Valbyparken in Denmark for the first European Pro Tour event of the year, the season, and of all time. In the studio we have with us from Sweden, Josef Berg. Welcome to Denmark.
Thank you very much.
Is this your first time in Denmark?
No, it's not.
It's not. Where have you? Which tournaments have you been playing here before?
I play Kokkedal. Kokkedal Open, I think 2019 or something.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you find the course here in Copenhagen?
Really fun. really fun actually. It's not like you don't have that much advantage of like throwing far, maybe 1 or 2 throws here and there, but it's technical and it's fair, like fairways, and I really enjoy it.
So do you have? Did you keep track of your score during your practice round, or how did your practice round go?
No, I try not to. I go out of my way not to keep score. Like. Game plan right now, so
yeah. And what are your personal goals for this weekend? What are they?
My personal goals are like just to get the season started in a good way. I don't have that much expectations, to be honest. I have new discs and I feel comfortable with them, but it's still like it's the first tournament and it's a long season, so I'm just happy to be here and excited to play this course.
Yeah. So we just talked about that you live just around Gothenburg in Sweden. How is the weather there right now?
It's great. It's like here. I think even warmer right now. So and we have had maybe 2 months with no snow, more or less.
So you're used to playing in sunshine and plus
maybe not sunshine. It's known for its rain, but it's been really good actually. We have had plenty of practice, so that's been really good.
Okay. So do you have any thoughts about what the winning score will be for the weekend?
No.
No.
I don't know. I won't do those types of guessing.
And your top 3 aspects of your personal game, what are they for the weekend here? What was
my top 3. Number 1 is my scrambling. I think that's probably my biggest strength. Like creativity of the team, maybe finding some alternative lines to make the hole easier for me. So because there's a lot of tight gaps here in the beginning, so if you could do like rollers and maybe a forehand roller or so here and there, you could, I think, save some strokes on the field. So yeah, I try to make that a part of my game, like personalizing the course. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, creativity, like I guess is one.
So this European Pro Tour series it's a new concept for Europe.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this tour series?
I love it. Like the more the better, and I think this is it feels very how do you say, well managed, and yeah, we'll see after the tournament, but I think this will be great. I love this.
Do you have any other do you have plans to attend any other EPT events?
EPT, yeah, I think I try to get 3 in, so I play this one and I'll play Järva, and I think Estonian Open is also EPT.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's so many tours. Like we have 2 tours in Sweden, and we have 2 tours in Europe, and then we have some other things. So it's hard to keep everything apart. But yeah, so yeah. Estonia and Järva at least. So
definitely.
Yeah.
So do you have anything you want to say to your supporters or fans?
No, I guess thank you for supporting and being a fan. I don't know. This is pretty new for me. I've just I had some good finishes last year, so I have to get.
So you're looking for sponsors? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no. I'm very happy with those I have.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Well, thank you to you, Josef, and I hope to see you on the course during the weekend. Yeah. Back to the studio.
Yeah.
To Copenhagen, Valbyparken at the first European Pro Tour event of the season and all time. With us in the studio we have from Sweden Henric Hagman. Welcome to Copenhagen, Henric.
Thank you.
So you've been playing here before,
yeah.
I know.
Of course.
Of course. And have you tried the Copenhagen layout before as well?
Was it 2015? Was
Maybe,
that
yeah.
last time I've been here, or 16? Yeah, I've been playing this course before and this layout, but there are some new changes, like hole 10, for example.
And how do you find the course?
Yeah, it's tough. It's longer, like it should be on the European Pro Tour. But I like it.
Yeah, and you've had time to practice, I guess.
Yeah, I've been here on Monday. This Monday I played 2 rounds and I practiced 1 round today. So.
And how did you find your practice round? Any good things about? Any
Yeah,
good, maybe not so good things, but
yeah, I think it went pretty okay. It's just practice rounds, but yeah, you found out new ways to attack the holes and such things. But it went overall good.
yeah. What are your thoughts about like which score will be taking a win on this layout?
Oof, I'm not sure. It can be windy out here, but probably up to -10 or so.
Per round or per day?
Per round, yes.
Per round.
Yeah.
What are your personal goals for this weekend?
My personal goals are to play above my rating and finish top 10. I think that's a pretty reasonable goal for me.
And let me see what else we have here. So the European Pro Tour event series is a new concept for Europe. What are your thoughts on this concept?
I like it. It's something that we need here in Europe to to raise the bar. I like it.
And will you be playing other European Pro Tour events?
Yeah, I play Java in Sweden. That's it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now at the end here, do you have anything you want to say to your supporters, your fans?
Yeah, sure. Thanks to my sponsors, Prodigy, Disc Express back in Sweden, Flying Disc Company, and what else? Janne AB.
So, are there any? I talked a little bit about your personal expectations for the weekend. If you're not going to be taking the win, do you have any personal other?
Except myself.
I know it's hard to talk about who you favor the win for.
I can't say myself, right?
Oh, yeah.
But beside myself, I hope. I'll finish top 10. I think so. But the winner will be. I think Mikael Häme is a favorite, and of course the home turf KJ Nybo.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Henric, and I hope to see you.
Thank you.
Again, back to the studio. To Copenhagen, to Valbyparken, the first European Pro Tour event of the season, of the year, of all time. And with us in the studio, we have from Finland, Joonatan Häme. Yeah. Did I pronounce that correctly? Welcome, Joonatan.
Thank you, thank you.
Is this your first time in Denmark?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is.
And so, how do you find the course here? Have you had time to practice?
Yeah, we have like 3 practice rounds in here, and first European Pro Tour stop, so we are here to play.
Yeah. And how did your practice round go? Do you have good control of the course?
Yeah, I have like so much time in here that shots feel pretty good now.
And just to let you know, if you have a hard time answering, you can answer in Finnish and Mikael will translate for you. So European Pro Tour event, as you said, is the new concept for Europe. Yeah. How do you like the concept?
Concept sounds really solid plan, and I think it's really good.
And will you be playing other events?
Yeah, I think every single one.
Every single one. So we will meet again, probably.
Yeah.
So what are your personal goals for the weekend?
This is the first tournament of the year, and I try to do my best. Nothing else. Nothing. Yeah.
So you're from Finland, right? And of course we heard from others that they had snow. You have snow where you come from?
Yeah, there is some snow right now.
So it's weird playing in nothing.
Yeah.
So will you be beating your brother at this event?
Of course.
Of course.
That's the first
primary goal.
Yeah.
Which other aspects of your game will you be focusing on apart from beating your brother?
Mitä muuta, mihin kiinnität huomioon pelotessa täällä?
Mihin kiinnitän huomiota?
Tärkeimmät fokuspointit omassa pelissä?
Yritän osua kaikkiin linjoihin ja heittää, ja yritän osua kaikkiin linjoihin niihin kun pystyn.
Yeah. Joonatan's main goal is to hit the caps in the course.
Yeah.
Okay, well that sounds like a solid plan as well here. Which score do you think will be taking down the win this weekend?
Like 10 down, somewhere there, yeah.
for per round or
per round, I think, and winning score be like 25, I think.
Let me see here. We have some more questions. So this is your first time in Denmark. How do you find Denmark in general?
No, tää on Pro Tourin ensimmäinen kisa, niin tänne ajateltiin tulla sen takia.
They came to Denmark because this first European Pro Tour event.
Okay, thank you. And do you have anything you want to say to your supporters, fans?
I would like to thank my sponsor Clash Discs and Fribastore and Valintarengas Point S, Mika Kalpio Pitäpalvelu, and
Okay.
Paragon Oy.
Okay, thank you, Joonatan, and back to the studio.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Copenhagen, Valbyparken, the first European Pro Tour event ever and of the season. And in the studio we have from Finland Mikael Häme. Häme?
Yes.
I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
That's fine.
That's fine. So you've been here for a few days now?
Yeah, we arrived on Tuesday.
And you've had time to practice the course, I guess?
Yeah. Plenty of.
What are your thoughts on the course?
Yeah, I really like to finally play this legendary course. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice course.
Yeah. And you have not been to Denmark before, have you?
No, never.
So how do you like the country here? How do you like the weather?
Oh yeah, weather is like summer, basically coming from the winter, so I really enjoy it. And the country is nice.
Okay.
It's pretty close to Finland, but still some differences.
That's good. So do you have any personal expectations regarding your score for this course?
No idea actually. My practice rounds been up and down, so I don't really know what to expect.
And so your brother is here as well. We just talked to him in another clip, and we know that you've been battling back and forth with him over the years. Do you have any expectations regarding your position compared to your brother for this weekend?
Well, I'm beating him.
You're beating him?
But I'm not sure if it's gonna be 2 strokes, 5 strokes, 10 strokes. Let's see.
I know that we're going to be following the score for sure. That is for sure. So for your personal game, what are your top 3 aspects that you will be focusing on?
I would say putting, and putting. I need to make those circle ones putts and probably some longer ones too.
Yeah.
I've been kind of struggling with it past 3 events, but I feel it's coming together pretty good.
Okay. And so the European Pro Tour event, the European Pro Tour, this concept is new. So this is the first event. What are your thoughts on the European Pro Tour and the concept?
I really like the concept, yeah. I feel like this needs to be. Let's give it 1 year, 2 year. It will grow even bigger, and yeah, I'll really wait for that.
And will you personally be playing other European Pro Tour events this year?
Yeah, I'm planning on playing all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we will meet again definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully with better questions. So, do you have any idea what the winning score will be for this weekend?
We discussed about it, like to be on 25, the minus 25, probably.
Yeah.
Or even minus 30, I would say.
Cool. And at the end here, is there anything you want to say to your supporters, fans out there?
Yeah, I want to thank Priva Store and Vivo Kauppa and also Prodiscus for supporting me.
Okay, thank you, Mikael, and back to the studio.
Thank you.
It's the same guy. welcome back to Copenhagen, Valbyparken, to the first European Pro Tour event ever. With us in the studio, we have KJ Nybo from Denmark. Mm-hmm. So this is not awkward interviewing a countryman in English.
All good.
So you just mentioned you've had a busy day. What have you been doing today?
Oh, that's a long answer, but I've been working, get my kid to school, and then on work, and then my co-worker was. I need to drop him off so he could do the work, and we unloaded the car, and then I went out here for a round, testing the game plan. I've been practicing the holes through, was that Saturday, Sunday? I was out here, and then yesterday I was out here again, but just playing and practicing the holes individually, and then today my game plan was ready, and I played a full round, one disc, and I just testing it out if it had any some shots where I need to do something else, but. Yeah, and then back home, getting my co-worker and getting home, unloading all the tools and the materials, and then I was relaxing for a little bit.
So you mentioned you played a full practice round here today, and how did that practice round go?
It went well. The game plan was complete, and there was a few holes where I didn't get some birdies, but I still had a putt on most of the holes. So they're all birdie balls. So it's tomorrow. It's just gonna go out there and execute the shots.
And you're known for I mean you've played the Copenhagen course before, the Copenhagen Open layout before.
Yeah.
So even with the few changes that have been made this year, how do you find the course?
I like it. Yeah, I like the way that we start on the Rosengarten. We did that many times as well, but or at least a few times. And then just the flow of the course, I like that. And they took out some of the holes that were like a little tight. So all the holes that are kind of played like this, and it's not in there anymore. Not that much. There is a few holes, of course, but it's spread out pretty well, I think. And it's looking good with all the banners, and it's looking professional.
Yeah,
that's great.
What score do you think will be the winning score after this weekend?
After 3 rounds, it should be 30 something.
And is that based on your own practice round or expectations?
I think so.
Yeah.
And all the holes are birdieable. So, and it's not so hard again. But there is OBs, but most of the time you can scramble on this course if you don't go OB, of course. But and there is a lot of natural OB as well. But
You talked a little bit about your personal game plan. What are the 3 main aspects of your game that you will be focusing on this weekend?
That's probably just follow the game plan and see if I can play the same again. I think, putting, driving, and upshots. Yeah.
So, European Pro Tour, this is a new concept for Europe.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this concept?
I like it. It's not too far from the Pro Tour in the States. And it's getting disc golf look more professional. And that's where we have to go, I think.
And
so, I like it, yeah.
And will you be playing any other of the European Pro Tour events in Europe, or?
I'm not sure yet. It was pretty convenient that they made this in Copenhagen, so I needed, of course, to play that.
20 minutes away by car.
Yeah.
Depending on traffic, of course.
Depending on traffic,
Yeah. So, well, of course, we hope to see you on other events for the season.
Thank you.
There was some specific questions here. Are there, like, apart from yourself, of course, being a local, like one of the local players that we are looking forward to seeing on the leaderboard, and perhaps even on the number one tablet at the end. Are there any other local players that people should be following, in your opinion?
I think Hjalte is probably one of them. Discmania recently, but he's not that local. He's from Denmark, of course, but local is probably I don't know if there's any locals here, but that can make it to the top. It's probably a few, I would say.
Yeah.
But Hjalte is definitely one of them, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Christian, of course, and Martin is always playing good here as well. So they're local from Denmark.
Yeah. So you being a local favorite as well, does that bring any pressure to you?
Always. Yeah. That's how it is to be number one or in the top.
Yeah. So you've been a professional for a long time.
Yeah.
People know you both in Europe and in the States, and you've been on the scene for a long time now. How do you see that? How do you see that the game has evolved in Europe and in Denmark in general?
So this course, Valbyparken, we're playing is the second most played course on UDisc. That's saying a lot, I think, and just. Denmark and all the new club members. Corona was really making a big step into disc golf here in Denmark and probably Europe, in the States as well. But it made a pretty good big step here in Denmark, I would say. So I can definitely feel there's more players here and new ones as well, and they're getting really good, real fast as well. So that's great.
Definitely. Well, at the end here, is there anything you would like to say to your supporters or fans out there?
Yeah, of course. I want to just hope to get some good spectators out here, and hope the weather would be nice as well. So it looks pretty good so far. I want to thank my sponsors, Innova and Hog Lab, and recently Birdie here, and just looking forward to play tomorrow. It's one of the later tee times I have. It's going to be filmed by my KJ crew. You can watch that on YouTube as well, and of course follow the stream. So it's going to be exciting how everything is running, and the Pro Tour. It took some time before it really got really good. I hope we can just jump over that and just make it good from the start. That would be pretty awesome, and a big task to do as well. So it's very exciting.
Excellent. Thank you very much, KJ. I hope to see you. Well, we will be seeing each other during the weekend. Thank you. Back to the studio.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Copenhagen, Valbyparken, at the first European Pro Tour event of the season, or of all time. With us in the studio we have from Sweden, Robin Villman. Welcome, Robin.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm trying not to fumble over my tongue too much, sorry.
Yeah.
So, Robin, how do you find the course here?
I like it. I've been there once before, I think it was 2016. And I like the changes they've made on the course, and it looks really, really good. So I'm looking forward to competing here again.
And the European Pro Tour concept is, we raised the bar with live streaming, maybe better prices. I hope better prices. How do you find that concept?
I think it's just what we needed, just what the sport needed. More professionalism into the sport, and I think that can make the sport grow even more.
And will you be playing other European Pro Tour events?
Yeah, I will be playing at Järva as well, and I hope I can go to Finland as well.
Okay, so you've been practicing the course here, as I hope. And how did your practice run go?
It's gone good. I've been working in Malmö for a couple of days, so I've been here at night and playing here, and the course fits me pretty good. It's a lot of forehands and a couple of tight holes, so that's good.
And so you mentioned you were working in Malmö, which is just across the water from here.
Yeah.
But where in Sweden do you live normally? Do you have like winter there still, or?
I live 2 hours north from Stockholm in Falun, so the snow has just been melted. So we can finally see the grass growing. That's good.
So it's nice to play in the summer here.
Now we can play in shorts. That's good.
That's very nice. So your personal goals for the weekend, what are they?
Playing on my rating, first of all, and then I'm aiming for a top 15 place.
And your the main three aspects of your game plan?
The putting is always the main focus in the game, but here you need to hit those tight gaps as well. So I think the driving will be really, really important, and then just keep your mental. You just need to be here mental as well. It's the first tournament of the year, so you just need to be here.
So at the end here, is there anything you would like to say to your supporters or fans out there?
Thank you all for watching, and you will need to support us here, and I hope we get a big gallery for the lead cards. And then I want to thank all my followers and all my sponsors with Produce Disc and Power Grip.
Okay, thank you, Robin, and back to the studio. Welcome back to Copenhagen, Valbyparken, at the first European Pro Tour event ever. And with us in the studio we have Samuel Hänninen. I think I pronounced that correctly, otherwise you can correct me afterwards, maybe. Samuel, is this your first time here in Copenhagen?
Yeah, my first time in Denmark as well.
Okay.
So I arrived yesterday. We played a round 10 yesterday and now a few rounds today.
And how do you find the course?
I really enjoy it. I think it fits my playstyle well because I don't kind of have to throw hard on the shots, so I can just like throw smooth shots that I'm confident with and make a lot of birdies.
And how did your practice round go? Do you have any scores or?
Yesterday I played pretty well, but I think I played 11 down. But it's so random to say. The practice round doesn't like. It's not quite the same as a competition round. Sometimes you can shoot lights out, and sometimes you just play well in the practice. But I felt confident on the practice. I made a lot of birdies, some like stupid mistakes, but we work on those.
Yeah. And so what are your personal the three main aspects of your game that you will be focusing on this weekend?
Like the straight backhand shot through the gap, forehand, and maybe some kind of tricky shots, rollers, and something like that. Some specials, grenades.
Yeah. And what are your goals for the weekend?
I just want to have get a good feeling for my game. I have lots of new discs in my bag this year, and I want to see how it all goes. I've been practicing a lot, so getting a good scores would be nice.
Do you have any thoughts about what the winning score will be for the weekend?
I think you have to shoot pretty well. There's lots of good players that can score well. Depends on the wind. If there's lots of wind, maybe 10 something like under 30 under par. But if the wind is still, then someone can shoot like double digits all the rounds.
Interesting. So European Pro Tour event. It's a new concept for Europe. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's great concept. I really enjoy traveling to play disc golf, so it's nice for me as well, at least. And nice to see different countries, different courses. And this year it's here. I'm playing here in Järva at least, and Tyni. So I enjoy nice courses, nice places to visit.
And will you be playing other European Pro Tour events this season?
The Järva one and Tyni in Sipoo, but I'm not sure if I'm going to play the Turku Open. I might be going to Worlds at the same time. So,
well, we cross our fingers.
Yeah.
either way. So at the end here, do you have anything you want to say to your supporters or fans out there?
Of course, I want to thank all my sponsors, so Excel Discs, and my fans that they are following me and giving me good messages and supporting. It's really nice to hear, and nothing else.
Okay, well, thank you to Samuel Hänninen, and we hope to see a lot of people following us on the stream. And of course, there will also be lots of post-produced video following the days after the weekend here. Maybe already on Saturday, the first post-production will be released. But yes, thank you, and remember to subscribe and sign up for the service. It does cost a little bit of money, but a little bit of money goes a long way.
I think you can get 20% off if you use my code, lead card Samuel, but use that one to get a discount.
Thank you, Samuel, and thank you also to all the viewers. Yeah. Goodbye from Copenhagen. Is there a discount code?
Sulla on vielä se oma koodi, mikä tehtiin sulle viime syksynä. Se on voimassa vielä.
Oh, joo.
Onko tullut champagne?
Bye.